Dungeons and Dragons non-spoiler review. So, hopefully I can do this without ruining anything, because honestly, this is a movie worth talking about. The acting in the cast was some of the better that I've seen this year, because the full cast, Justice Smith, Michelle Rodriguez, Chris Pine, the girl from It, I'm so sorry. They had great chemistry as a team together. And then the gentleman that they bring in, who plays, fancy Superman kind of character, very entertaining and deadpan, plays it quite well. And of course, it's not Colin, not even, I don't even remember what his freaking name is. Notting Hill, bad guy in Paddington 2. It's not hitting me. He did a great job as Forge. So the acting was great. The music was really good and entertaining. Let's see here. Which way do I go? I don't actually know. I think I can go right. And if I go the wrong way, well, I'm gonna have to figure it out the hard way. This person is crossing the street at 11:30 at night. Hey, who am I? Anyways, oh, I think I picked the right way. So, the movie had decent CGI. It was a $150 million budget. I honestly believe that the CGI for this was just as good as Black Adam. The fight sequences were choreographed fantastically. Watching Michelle Rodriguez kick some butt, which you know she's gonna do because she's a badass. Very entertaining. Watching our special elf sorcerer guy also. I forget again. A name I couldn't remember off the top of my head, and an actor I didn't recognize. But very well done. Having him fight, beautiful to watch. Spending a little bit of extra money in certain parts of the movie, you can tell where CGI was a bigger deal. And then maybe spending a little less in other parts where it's not that it was rubbery, it was that it wasn't as clean as some of the other parts. The adventure was super entertaining and fun. The jokes were very entertaining all throughout the movie. And when some of the emotion hits, I genuinely felt it. There were a couple moments in that movie where my heart felt for the situation, and it was very well done. Let's see here. The opening. I can go into the opening a little bit. It's a basic exposition dump setup so you understand the backstory of who these characters are. Get an introduction, get to know who they are. Pretty standard in any movie, especially new ones with cast of characters that we don't know yet, right? I turned to my buddy and I said the first 15 minutes of this, like the intro, was better than the entirety of Black Adam. And I hate to compare, but I've sat and wasted my time doing other things, watching movie-wise, in my life, and I felt so satisfied just in the beginning of this movie that I was fully happy. Chris Pine, I went into it feeling like he would easily charm the pants off of me, and if I had been wearing pants, I had shorts on, whatever. He's so charming, and he's so funny. His comedic timing is great. If any of you have seen Into the Woods, like, his scenes with, like, agony and all that, he's got funny moments. When he's in Wonder Woman, he's got these funny moments. He's not always this, like, serious character with Mr. Blue Eyes, but he's a very entertaining fellow. All throughout the movie, you get really better, you get to know these characters better gradually all throughout the movie, and it felt very natural. I didn't feel like anything was too fast. The pacing felt fine. The way that they utilized solutions throughout the movie and then would try to create additional problems to push the storyline further, you sit and you wonder. I was like, man, Did you do all that for a reason? I honestly believe, I mean, I'd have to rewatch it, but I felt like most of the things that you see in this movie, for one reason or another, has a payoff. They use little tiny, Easter eggs all throughout the movie, which you wouldn't expect to come back. And they do a really good job of utilizing the small details. I'm trying to think of things without spoiling anything, so the movie's great. I would honestly give this a solid like 8 or 9 out of 10. And I'm very sad to say that because it is a $126 million box office worldwide 3 weeks in. This movie will only be in theater for maybe 2 or 3 more weeks at most. And then it's going to go to Paramount Plus. Which, once it hits Paramount Plus, I hope people watch it. But people, if you like a movie like this, people have to go out and see it. This is a movie that deserves a better box office than it's given. But it's a Dungeons and Dragons movie. I'm sure, unfortunately, the name doesn't carry enough audience with the dollars that it needs to succeed. For this movie to succeed at $150 million, it probably has to make at least $200 to $250 million to start to break even. And I just don't think that's gonna happen. It is 100 plus shy, and it's 3 weeks out. Hey, look, a raccoon going into the sewer. That's what's really worth watching about me reviewing things. Hey, you're doing it while you're driving. I'm like, no. I've got this thing. This way, those things, I got it. The art was good. The beasts, the mythical creatures and everything were good. The jokes, again, they paid off well. The music was good. The lute playing was entertaining enough. I'd say my one criticism of this entire movie was that as it develops, I saw where it was going before it happened. But I've watched so many movies in my life, that shouldn't surprise me even, let alone anybody that knows me. But yeah, check out Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Amongst Thieves. It's in theater right now. If you would be interested at all in a quest, sword and sandal, CGI a little bit, CGI, and then some fight sequences that are well choreographed with an overall, quest. It was a good movie. It deserves better, and unfortunately, I think it will be underserved. Like, subscribe. I don't actually believe in all that stuff. I just say it because that's what YouTubers do. And I'm not a YouTuber. I just like posting videos about movies because they're awesome. Movies are great as long as they're well done. I've been down on movies lately. This is a movie worth going to see in theater. And honestly, last thought on this, if there's an opportunity to see it in 3D, this has potential to be 3D worthy. There's a number of sequences all throughout the movie that, like, you could almost feel the texture without 3D, knowing that it would have been enhanced. That's all. I'm going to do the spoiler thing next, so cheers.